My last thing for today after that rant about nothing is my top five white rappers. Now, I didn't want to make it racial. I didn't want to make it appear as though I want to start the conversation with this, but I feel like my top five regular rappers is so stereotypical. Like you could guess my top five. Like Biggie, check. Nas, check. I mean Nas, as much as I don't like I'm not a huge Nas fan, definitely a top rapper. Like going through the catalog, fantastic solid albums. Like lyricism, people don't like a lot of his beats. I think Thief's theme was a dope beat. I think Illmatic had some dope beats. I think he's had an interesting selection of beats throughout the years. And I think he gets a lot of hate. Like I'm like, I mean, he's solid. Like his lyricism elevates any beat, and I do because I still like Lupe Fiasco. And Lupe Fiasco, while I'm a fan of his, he did have some iffy beats at times, especially Lasers. I know that wasn't his choice, but you got to own what you rapped over, bro. Like, and that was I don't want to say Garbino, but those beats, it wasn't where it was at on any level. So yeah, sorry, I was going through my top five. Biggie, Jay Z, Nas. I mean, Rakim. See, these are the last two always give me struggles because no Tupac. Yeah, sorry. The last one always gives me struggles. You know what I'm saying? But those are basically my top five. They're interchangeable. You can throw in Rakim. You can throw in any Andre 3000. Outkast is a group, so it don't really matter. But those are my like top five rappers. I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, like the best rappers to me are black. I mean, the best entertainers in the world are black. I mean, it just is what it is. Like just I'm sorry. I don't mean to be offend anybody. I don't mean to hurt no feelings, but it just is what it is. Okay, I do. I speak my truth. So I felt like I had to limit it down to top five white rappers because that at least makes it a little more pinned down. You know what I'm saying? That's a little more. Oh, okay, this is a little edgier because my top five ain't really that edgy. Like I like older hip hop music in general. Like I mean, I like the Wu Tang Clan. Like it's the top 5, 10. Like it's my top 5, 10 is very stereotypical. Like there's no, I don't really like a lot of new rappers. So I felt like that was crazy. So my top five white rappers in starting from five, and sue me if you want to. Okay, um, Lil Dicky is my number five. If you're not familiar with Lil Dicky, he is a comedian, writer, TV star now because he's got his own show. I think Lil D. What is it called? Is it called Lil Dicky? Is the show called Lil Dicky or Dicky or Lil? I don't know. It's something like that. And his rapping was like to I don't know if he had writers. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. But I'm going purely off the fact that I'm assuming that his stuff is completely original content. To have that level of like lyricism and focus and like outside of the comedy raps, but to have like serious lyrical content on like Russell Westbrook on a farm, like to I mean even professional rapper was a track that I really liked by that was pretty funny. Even to the old cornier stuff, like I Want to Freak, like it's just a lot. He definitely like Lonely Island. I don't know if he was in the Lonely Island like group, but definitely he got like inspiration and took like that mantle. And I liked his songs more than I liked Lonely Island. Uh, but it just a lot of thought put into the lyricism. A lot of like to be comical, you have to have a certain brain to work, especially in like hip hop, to be constrained to a beat, but to still be able to find things funny and to still flow pretty nicely is a very good technique. Like that is a very good writing skill to have to show off higher levels of technical ability when you're writing. So it makes sense that he's ventured into television to some level because I'm sure he's used to seeing scripts or sure to seeing complicated technical writing and being able to break it down in a easy way to understand. So Dicky is number five for me. Number four, rest in peace, Mac Miller. Like I don't know how many people was really vibing with Mac Miller when he was alive, but Mac Miller he was like slowly venturing into like it's kind of like loungy kind of music. I won't say venturing, but he was starting to make beats like certain songs that It was like very chill, very like, okay, I've been running around the city. That's Oblivion. And it's just been like, I don't know, it wasn't much as much boom bap as like he has this performance where he's in a lounge and it's just so beautiful and methodic and melodic, and it's just like, yo, this is really chill music, like almost like damn near turned into like a, what was it called, like swing, not swing, but like oh man, not Al Capone. Who was the guy? The Frank Sinatra. Like kind of like a modern day hip hop Frank Sinatra. The way like I don't know. Maybe I'm just comparing. Maybe I'm racist. Maybe I'm just comparing him to him because he's white. Maybe Italian. But just the way like he in front of a live band and like some of the beat choices he made and some of the flows that he picked, super chill. Like I loved it. Like I wouldn't mind seeing more of that from newer rappers. Like I mean, but that's kind of not what the climate of the music is. Like people love the drill sound. People love like not that, but that he was developing a different kind of sound that I was totally on a journey for. But unfortunately, he was we lost him. So rest in peace to Mac Miller, man. Appreciate you. Number 3 is this is where it gets controversial. Disclaimer. This is where it gets controversial. This is where people will start to hate him. This is where I'm sure later on after I post this to YouTube that somebody will try to cuss me out. And you know what? Don't give a damn. So I'm going to say it anyway. Number 3 is Eminem. He's got bars. Dope rapper. Lyricism, crazy. Okay? The slibber, the bibber, the hibber, the dibbities that he be hitting people with, I be like, yo, Eminem. Dope. Even like the name Eminem. M and M. Marshall Mathers. M and M. And Eminem like the candy. Listen, I understand. But he just spelled it out phonetically. But still, that is nice. But, the content of what he was saying, a lot of it was trash. Okay? Like, we can't just ignore, like, I understand that it was horrorcore. I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm a fan of Necro. At least Necro is upfront with his. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is, what it was. Even what was it? Trap House Bill. So I'm tripping. I haven't listened to him in a long, long time, like years. But ain't nothing wrong with horrorcore. You into that kind of thing, be into that kind of thing. But my point is this. It's corny. It didn't age well. Like it just. I understand. Like you can go back and listen to it, and the flows is cool, and ring, ring, ring. Got this chainsaw. Licked his hands off. Blood on his neck while his head barely hangs on. Gun cuts, sluts, knives, wives. Not like, bro. I get it. Like I butchered that verse from him, but I get it. It's very syllabically. It sounds great, but the content of like, all right, bro. We get it. You like being controversial. I mean, he's still controversial. Eminem is still controversial to this day. He picks and chooses when to do things and what to say. And it's all what, not always. Usually the things that he picks and chooses to say are still controversial. He didn't like, back in the day, he wasn't a fan of the people that used to protest him because of his wild lyrics and songs. I remember that there was a whole protest about he shouldn't be saying this and he shouldn't be allowed to say this and he shouldn't be allowed to do that, and his violent lyrics. It's like, like I get that you're mad that people say you got violent lyrics, but you do have violent lyrics, bro. Like, let's not act like these claims is coming out of nowhere. Like, hey, listen, it's cool. It's cool. He was Kanye West back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would say wild stuff and then be like, oh, why are y'all mad at me? Like, I don't understand. And that's transitioned into now. He chose to do, at the Super Bowl, the kneel thing. When the majority of the people who watch football are not a fan of the kneeling. Now, what it's symbolic for is a different thing. But the NFL lost a significant portion of viewers when the whole kneeling thing happened. People to this day still are not a huge fan of the whole kneeling thing. I say kneel, but who am I? You know what I'm saying? I say invite Neil deGrasse Tyson to kneel on the field. That's where I'm at personally with it. Okay? Put Neil Young on the plane, get him there, and then have both of them knee to knee kneeing on the field. You got two Neils kneeing on a kneel. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can't get no more Neil than that, okay? Get Neil Patrick Harris to kneel on top of the stadium. Now you got Neilception at that level. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is this. He chose to go there and get controversial, which is what he's always done. He kneeled. It's like, oh, why is he kneeling? Boom, that's another thing. Like he's always been controversial. He goes to BET and he does the cipher and he talks about Donald Trump. And it's like half of the country voted for him. He's elected president. Even if it's electoral college, that's at least half the people. At least half the people. Now, she won the majority in certain states and certain districts. Sure. Okay? Let's say she did. She probably did. Okay? I'm not going to act like... Listen, I am an average person. Okay? And when I say average, I mean... I really only care about the clickbait titles. Okay? I'm not going to act like I click into the article. All right? If it's a, Celebrity X found with a chicken, I'm like, it's crazy. Celebrity X was found with a chicken. And then you click the article and you see, oh no, he went to a restaurant and got fried chicken and then he went home. But for the rest of my life, I'm saying, yo, did y'all see Celebrity X got caught with that chicken? He was butt naked. Whoa, what? Huh? He was what? Yeah, man, butt naked with a chicken. I ain't read that nowhere. Okay, but that's my point. People take and use and go in ways that they want to go in. Okay, you got to drill down, get specific details. And my specific detail is Eminem number 3. Okay, number 2, LP. Listen, this is where things get a little crazy. LP to me is a ridiculous rapper and producer. I love the mystic bar, the cryptic bars, the mystic cryptic bars, okay? All right? Man, basically Crypt Keeper on the track. And I love every second of it. Fantastic Damage. Wasn't a huge fan of the production. Listen, I know people loved it. I liked the lyricism. It was weird. He's toned it down. Like Run the Jewels is still pretty good, but I liked him better solo. Not his last project. His last project was trash. That hold on. What project was that? What last out? Strength? No. I'm trying to find out what that most recent project. Cancer for Cure. Okay. Before that, he was Fantastic Damage. I'll Sleep When You're Dead. 2 ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? But and Company Flow was also a dope. Was also super dope. Yeah. Fantastic Damage. Yeah. And We're All Going to Burn in Hell was also dope. They made a video for that on YouTube, one of those feats, and it was one of the dopest things I had ever seen. But I'm gonna get on off of here, man. I'm just talking and talking and talking. Oh no, that was my number 2, LP being dope. My number 1 and last rapper was the rapper that I started the show off with, A$AP Rock. To me, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite musicians, one of the doper dopes that has ever been dope. So yeah, shout out to LP and A$AP Rock and Eminem and Mac Miller and Lil Dicky. So with that, I'm gonna get on off of here.